Hi, I'm Heyzeus, and this video is about the death of CSGO, or more accurately, the many deaths of it. Sponsored by SkinBay, the site where you can sell your skins for real cash, guarded by a fish that literally wears death on its face. Now, CSGO knows a lot about being dead. I mean, it's been dead since 2016. Look, it died in April. Too many cheaters, and the devs just didn't care. Now, it also died in November 2016. Again, too many cheaters, and the devs just didn't care. Now, it also died in October 2017, too many cheaters, and the devs just didn't care, and in December 2018, CSGO died as well, after it went free to play, overwhelmed with hackers, Turks, and Russians, and in March 2019, once again, CSGO died. Too many hackers, the player base was plummeting, NACS was already dead as a dodo, so you better sell your skins, and finally, in December 2019, so just last month, CSGO died one final time. Apparently this guy met some griefers in one match and a cheater after that, so clearly this is a dead game. Now, I don't want to shit too much on people who are angry at cheaters in the game because, let's face it, it's fucking annoying.
So I know that I legged him, I know there's a smoke there, so I go for a chance knife kill.
But let's just do a fact check on this post. So the player count is falling fast. Well, we can check that. So the player base went up during March 2019, up over 5%. So that doesn't check out. But you know what? Let's go on to the next claim. So apparently there's basically no NA players left. Well, we can check that too. So we can go to the SteamDB servers database and we'll just deselect all the other servers. So we want US, get rid of that. Australia, what a horrible country. Who would want to play CS there? Okay, so we're just down to the US servers. Let's go to March. How many people were playing CS in the US in March? Okay, 31,917. So that's about, 31,917 more than this guy's suggesting, but maybe he's right about the number of players in a few months' time, so we can check that. We can go back to Steam charts, and okay, so 3 months later, the game had 389,000 players on average at any given point, so that is, 389,000 more than this guy predicted. Now, maybe he never really expected quite this much scrutiny, and maybe, the post is complete bait to begin with, which it's definitely bait, but whatever. The point is that if we scroll up here on Steam charts, CSGO is doing rather well. Despite all the people calling it dead, some of them unironically, the game is actually bigger than it ever has been, despite the fact that it's over 7 years old at this point. And this is a little bit unusual in the gaming space. Not many games pull this off. I mean, let's just look at the example of a game that was significantly larger than CSGO ever was a very short time ago. Shroud, would you like to introduce it?
CSGO's dead, don't play. If you still play, literally go to your Steam library, right-click Counter-Strike Global Offensive, hit uninstall, and then hit OK. And that's it. Never look back. Download PUBG. You'll do great things over there.
So this would be PlayerUnknown's Battleground, the legendary PUBG, and as you might notice, there is a bit of red here, and if we switch it up and depict it as a graph, you can see a pretty remarkable trend. While CSGO has just been plodding along and doing its thing, PUBG has undergone a spectacular rise and catastrophic fall, which happened so quickly that it's almost starting to look like a bit of a blip on the radar. And there's a saying that the flame that burns twice as bright burns half as long, and it's probably on point here. Games that rise quickly tend to fall just as quickly afterwards, but PUBG is particularly interesting because it has a skin market based very closely on CSGO's, and it provides a very good example of what happens when a developer fucks it up, and there's some lessons for our game in there. Now, importantly, on the 3rd of May 2018, PUBG Corp, completely without warning, temporarily disabled item trading. Now, when they said it was temporary, what they actually meant is that it was permanent. It's never been restored. Players who had items on third-party sites lost those items permanently. They didn't even turn it back on so players could get their items off OP skins before its bots got banned later that year. Way to show respect to your player base there, Blue Hole. So Some say this was to stop people from cheating. You see, PUBG had a system that gave you more points to buy crates with if you won. A very, very stupid system made by stupid devs, and obviously this essentially rewarded you for cheating. Now, some people seem to think this was designed to try and clamp down on cheating because you couldn't sell your rewards for winning on third-party sites. But this is clearly bullshit because you can sell those crates on the Steam market, buy CSGO or Dota 2 or Team Fortress 2 items instead, and cash out those. So instead, this update was probably intended to force people to use the Steam market more to maximize PUBG Corp's profits, and combined with various other forms of tinkering with the market designed to maximize Bluehole's profits, they more or less managed to kill off their skin economy and piss off a lot of players. A ton of stuff once worth a small fortune is now only worth a fraction of its former price, and irony of ironies, with the game in terminal decline, PUBG Corp is probably making way less money anyway. But this does stand out as a pretty important contrast to CSGO. Games that rise quickly like PUBG tend to be built on a foundation of quickstand, and their player base and skin values can very quickly fade away to nothing. My Glock Fade, for example, has not only held onto its value over the years, it's consistently gone up in price. You can actually buy this and feel confident that it's going to remain worth what you paid for it. But these sand jeans, on the other hand, were a house of cards that came crashing down the moment PUBG started to run out of steam. And this is the thing about CSGO. It's built on much more solid foundations than a lot of other games. It's grown in a different way. It didn't grow out of a hype or a trend. Instead, it's grown by gradually building up a cult following, and it's got this huge legacy behind it. A lot of players feel like there's real value in their items, and generally speaking, Valve hasn't fucked things up too badly over the years. And like when they've made a bad update that hurt gameplay, for example, they fixed it. When they did the R8 update, they fixed it, and they fixed it fairly quickly. And they've never actively tried to screw over their players for a short-term profit, and all they have to do is look at PUBG to see why that's a bad idea. What makes you a quick buck in the short term can easily hurt you in the long run. So as a result, it's hard to see CSGO ever suffering the same sort of fate that PUBG is currently going through. It's never going to be as big as PUBG was, but it's very unlikely to fall off anywhere near as quickly. When it does die, it's probably going to die over a period of many, many years. Years and years of slow decline, rather than falling off a cliff like PUBG has. Now, no game is immortal, but Counter-Strike is already one of the most durable franchises out there, and CSGO, at this point, isn't looking like it's going to run out of steam anytime soon. And this brings us back to the whole CSGO dead game meme. And it's sometimes said that a dead game meme can very easily become dead game reality. StarCraft 2, for example, it kind of suffered from that. But CSGO is living proof that this isn't necessarily the case. In fact, the reason that meme has been able to exist for so long is because the game has consistently refused to fucking die. So I'm looking forward to seeing some more of these threads in 2020, because to me, people saying CSGO is a dead game is just proof that this game is still alive. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, subscribe, massively appreciated. A big thank you to my sponsor SkinBay. SkinBay is a cash out site where you can sell your CSGO skins for real cash. Just log in through Steam to start selling. The sales fee is only 5% with skinbay.com in your username, and there is a whole bunch of different ways to cash out. If you're looking to buy, on the other hand, well, you can get some sick discounts on skins compared to the Steam market, and there is a bunch of convenient ways to deposit. It's quick, it's easy, it's safe, it's a great place to buy and sell skins. I recommend checking it out. Otherwise, trust the numbers, not your gut. I'm Heyzeus. Thanks for watching. See ya.